Oh, we on.
Oh, my fault. Hey, people. Uh, all right, so uh, by the way, just in case y'all wondering, I'm Jermaine. What's your name?
I don't have one tonight.
Nice to meet you. I don't have one tonight. So we're a little bit late. Days changed, obviously. She drugged me down here to do this again. So I came up with the is that the mic or is it doing it through the
It's
laptop?
right there.
Oh, hey, microphone. Anyway, um, my question, right? I told her that I had a topic. It just came up off the top of my head, and this is my question. So I'm gonna give y'all some real live stuff, and I want you to answer it. Yep, I'm
Okay.
playing with her hair, by the way. See how y'all. And I want you to be 100% honest. What is the best
Mm.
and the worst thing about being married to me?
Oh, why would you ask me that now?
I know you enjoy it. Let's be honest.
Really?
Yes,
You want me
be
to start with the
truthful.
best or the worst?
I don't care what you start with. I want you to be truthfully honest. That's the reason I told you I wasn't gonna tell you upstairs.
Mm. You gonna answer the question?
I am.
So you don't care what I start with.
I
I'll
really
start
don't.
the worst.
And I don't care what you say, honestly. We can if we have to argue, we can argue offline. But I want to
Yeah.
hear.
Oh, the worst. The worst.
Pretty sure I already know what you're gonna say about this.
What?
Go.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I don't know. I think the worst maybe is like, well, you don't do it so much now. Kind of like your mood swings. I would have said initially were the worst. Not that you swing back and forth often, but you are. It's really hard to keep you motivated and positive at times, and
Interesting.
it's kind of draining at times. And then probably because you're not as neat as me.
That's definitely the one I was gonna say.
The neatness thing, that's probably like one of the, because the neat stuff works on my nerves and my compulsive disorders. Um oh, you know what? There's one more.
Well,
But this
I want
I
you to
know,
be
but this is strictly
100%.
me.
I want you to
This
be
is strictly
listen.
me. No, I am being
I don't want
100%.
you to put on right now
Okay,
for
but
whoever
I am,
watching may know. I want you to be
but
100%
this is
honest.
strictly your past. And it's like not everything it encompasses, but some of the stuff, and then the consequences that now we all have to kind of deal with because of your past.
Do you care to elaborate, or you just want to leave it at that? Because I don't care.
Well, I'm just
We can
saying.
give we can
Okay,
give
so
them a
like your
little bit.
past,
We can
like
give them.
okay,
Don't say names, but we
I
can
ain't
give
gonna say
them.
names, but okay, but like the stuff you did in the past, even like your I wouldn't say it was a hurdle to get over. Not so much now, but like even like maybe like your reputation you had in the past. Um,
But you do know that reputation was a facade.
I do the things that
Okay.
you did in the past, uh, because
That I told you about.
that you did tell me
Okay.
about. Um, but it still doesn't make it easy. And then some of the things like even the fact that we're dealing with, uh, some drama because of your past. That's gonna be with you for like 18 years.
14.
14 more years. So that the positives are that I enjoy you. We have a lot of fun together. Um, I don't think I've ever had anyone that tried as hard to love me correctly, and I don't really know if I've ever had anyone that knows me. Even some the closest people don't know me like you do, and that's important. It overrides like almost everything else. And then the fact that you uh, uh, work to, like the fact that you recognize that you're not perfect and that you work
No, I'm perfect. I just recognize you're not.
that you work on those things that you that like I can come to you and tell you what I dealt with in the past, and you work to. So those are the positives. More so because you just my best friend. I have fun with you. Like I don't know what I would do without you, to be honest.
I'm not gonna be as
You
nice
lift
as
me
you. I'm
up.
telling you that now.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, it ain't like I got a list of bad things, but I'm just not gonna be as nice as
Oh,
you.
that's fine.
You sure you want me to answer?
Yeah, because I think I'm done.
Are you sure?
Huh?
Look at me. Look at me. I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be honest. Bro, you better say it right here.
Say what? Like, what am I
It's
saying?
anything. I want you just want to know. Yeah, what you want to say. I mean, like, far as the worst and the bad. And the
I
good.
think I said the worst. I think the worst, like I said, the worst really is like the past stuff.
Okay.
The past, anything yo mood changes at times, and trying to keep you, like I say, trying to keep you motivated. Um, maybe you're reluctant to have kids, additional kids. That's probably like a worst thing too.
Yeah, we're 50.
Whatever. If you even want 50, you wouldn't want to have any more kids.
That's
That's the
probably
thing.
true too. Let me know when you finish.
And then I think that's it. I'm done.
So you want me to start with the worst or the
Yeah,
best?
start with the list.
Well, the worst is your mood swings, and you're down, and I can't do anything to make you smile or cheer you up just because you're there. Uh, your willingness to never be wrong, and I said willingness never to be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
While I appreciate the directness, the 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 dare I say confidence on what you think you're right on when you're wrong.
I don't know, right? Whatever.
Um, and the major thing would be like it doesn't bother me as much because I realize that we're two different people and we come from two different backgrounds. But uh, how on a lot of things we don't see eye to eye. That I think that we should. That would be in the normal people world. But what I've realized that you're not normal in a good way. No, in a good way. Like you're not normal in a good way. Um, your thoughts, I wouldn't put them on Kanye level necessarily because he goes out and beyond. But your thoughts and your mental capability and the things that you actually think of, although you do overthink and think too much, too deeply sometimes. Your
I can agree with that.
your thoughts are in alignment to one what God would want and how the world should be, and it really irks me because I feel, and you have said you don't, that you don't understand when I try to explain
Oh my God.
how the world should be. I get it 100%, but because you're on,
I don't accept
because-
it like that.
because
though.
you're on,
Go ahead.
because you're on, the world is on this level,
Mm-hmm.
and your thought process is on this level that's closer to God. I think that sometimes you, whether you accept it or not, you said you don't accept it, fine. I think you have a hard time understanding why people would do things.
I understand it. I just don't accept it.
Yeah, but you anyway. So
You want me to be like, oh, well, okay, that
no, I
makes
want you
sense,
to
and I'm like, yeah, I
understand.
understand it,
want
but it
you
still
to
don't make sense.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
But
People,
go ahead.
see what I'm saying? She's making my point.
Who is sex fine?
Huh? I don't know. That's probably a one of them people. Um, I don't really have too many complaints. I don't like of course the cleanliness thing. I think you go overboard with that. Which I want to tell you something as well.
Mhm.
Honestly, which goes into the positive. I was going to tell you upstairs, and that's what actually made me think about this. Um, while I was cleaning the closet up, I was like, damn, I see even more now with the house shoes thing. Why you say what you say? Because we don't walk in our closet a lot. I mean, we
Mhm.
do, but it's not, like the regular house. And the carpet shouldn't look like it is. It's not.
Right.
It's not horrific, but it's pretty. It's carpet. Like it shouldn't be like that. It's like, damn, I get it. Like I found a leaf in the closet. What the fuck is a leaf doing in the closet? If you don't have shoes
Exactly.
on, you
Right.
don't bring.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you know, although I still do think you go overboard. The positives is anything that anybody should ever want in a partner, you are to me. What I really, 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 really adore about you is, what do you think? I'm gonna say,
What you adore about me?
yeah, more than anything. Well, I'll tell you, it's of course, it's your intelligence,
What's
but
the intelligence?
but it's something that's more important than intelligence. Nobody's ever motivated me before. I'm comfortable as hell right now. I told you that, but I really appreciate and love the fact that you motivate the hell out of me. And I'm excited about what I'm getting ready to try. I'm nervous, I'm scared, but I also love the fact that I know you got my back. Um, Everything else is, I think you, like I said, you're the most beautiful woman in the world to me. Coming from where I was and where I am now, I don't even desire anybody or desire to look at anybody other than you. Uh, our friendship is one of the most important things. Um, your intelligence and your go-gettitiveness. Want to Google search that? um, I appreciate the fact that you motivate my son. You seen the text message. That was something that he just said. Uh, I appreciate everything. The essence of Zorama. Everything you and me and you. So I don't really have any complaints. You do get on my nerve about my game a little bit more. I take that back going to the negative. A little bit more, like you really ticked me off this morning when last night when you turned on my game was getting on your nerve. Like I'm getting on your nerve playing my game.
No, because
I don't want to
no,
hear
no,
that.
no,
I
no.
don't want to hear it.
You know why I got on my nerves?
I don't care why.
You know why I got on
Why?
my nerves?
Because I really don't care, but why?
Because
you
like
never
you
mind. You
sitting
better not
there,
say.
you sitting there for hours playing the game.
And
it's hours, babe.
and you sit there for hours and work.
Yeah, but I'm working.
Okay, well, I'm working too. I'm working on
That's
becoming
not
a
working.
professional gamer.
You're not
How do you
working.
think people become professional gamers?
You're not working.
Anyway,
and that's time we can spend it together.
You're working. You just said that.
No, but even last night I wasn't working, so stop it. I wasn't working.
We always spend.
But you was on the game.
All right, so you can't talk about that. We're not even. Anyway, my point is, I just love everything about you. And no, we're not perfect. Anyway,
No, that's you said that though.
What?
That motivates you. Because
what motivates me?
That I motivate you.
Oh no, you do.
Because
I never had
sometimes get discouraged when I'm like, well, dang, I don't think what I'm saying is getting through to him,
No,
or that he
I
understands
hear you.
how much.
I hear you. It's just that I have to the way I rationalize it and the way I take it in, it's I think like I think adverse of the world anyway a lot of times. So the way I take it in, and I apologize for that. The way I take it in, I hear you. I'm listening to you. If I don't respond like you like, it's because I have these other things that I'm fighting within. So I hear you. Um, like you ain't hear me complain about. I didn't know you did it really. I mean, I knew I was gonna do it, but I didn't hear you complain. I mean, you ain't hear me say one thing about when you signed me up for whatever, right? I didn't say nothing because I mean it's something that I'm gonna do anyway.
Right.
I didn't want to do it now. I don't want to do it now until we get to where we're going, but because of the other reasons. Well, yeah, I hear you, and I have a goal in my head that's set. I just too many times I say I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do this, and then it never come to fruition, or I never really try. So I'm trying to get that part, trying to figure out how to navigate through that without saying it, and just doing it, just going directly to doing it, right? Because I don't want to say I'm gonna do something because I've done that a lot in the past and a lot with you. Hey, I want to do this, and hey, we're gonna do this, and then when it doesn't come about, then I feel inadequate, incomplete. It messes with me mentally. So it's just like just do it. You gotta do it, and that's it. But for the most part, it's like I told you earlier today, I was great. Our relationship of my percentage is 96, 97% most of the time. When we're at our worst, I still say 96% of happiness and joyfulness. What you call it? You said joyfulness for you, right? Yeah, happiness and joyfulness for me. So that's my that's all I wanted to say today.
Oh, that's a good one. I wasn't expecting that.
All right, what you got?
Well,
because I'm going upstairs to play my game. I'm just playing.
No, because just because we did our touch base on me, we're not doing our bath.
I'm not getting no bath.
We are doing our bath.
We both been sweating.
It's our touch base.
I'm not about to get in the bathtub and put dirt in the bathtub.
Yes, we are. Because I got Epsom salt and everything. We get in the jet tub. We're gonna sit
she
there.
didn't even turn the jets on.
Like we do. Yeah, because they gross.
See, that's my point.
We get in there.
Okay, baby.
And we gotta do our TikTok.
Okay.
We're gonna do a TikTok, y'all. We're gonna do the cuff it one.
We're gonna do the top. She gonna do the tick, and I'm gonna be the top. And
but that's what I'm saying. We gotta do our bath before then, so we can look.
So we're gonna do it
clean.
naked.
So we can look clean.
So you trying to say we look dirty?
Sweaty.
Anyway,
we've been working out.
All right. Well, that's my 20 minutes. Have nothing.
I don't have a 20-minute topic.
Oh shit! Shoot.
But this is what I was thinking. Because so many people. Oh, it was even on Queen Sugar. We talked about it a little bit. I know kind of how you feel about it, but I'm gonna address it now because I think people gonna be weird about it. About whether or not spouses should take their last name. The woman should take the man's last name when they get married.
I don't have nothing to say on that topic. That's gonna last about 2 seconds.
Okay, what are you gonna say?
Personally, this is my second marriage, and I really don't care. It don't bother me none. That's all I really.
Yeah, but I was thinking, like you said, you know how you said that sounds ghetto as hell. It's Ronald Brown.
Yeah, it does.
And I was thinking, like, maybe I need to change that back. But then I was like, if I change it back
to what?
To Facebook? Yeah, then people gonna be like,
does Facebook even matter?
I don't know, but then people gonna be like, oh, I should change your last name.
Well, I don't really.
They must be fighting each other.
I don't really give a dang what the Facebook world thinks. I don't really care what it seems like on the internet. Like at the end of the day, it's what's gonna keep you in the graces of America.
Legally, my last name is still Worthing White,
which is her ex-husband name. And I don't have a problem.
And it's part of my name, though, my maiden name, too.
Yeah, but his last name. She changed colors. She went from white to brown. But I don't. That does. So it, that really doesn't bother me. Even my ex-wife last name, she used her ex-husband last name. Like that don't bother me. Like you're my wife, and in God's eyes, we're married. That's all that counts. I don't really. That I don't. I'm not that picky.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, watch.
Huh?
If I change you back, watch what happens.
What's gonna happen? Because ain't nobody gonna say nothing to me. Who's the anything? Yeah, you're right. Niggas gonna jump in your people gonna be jumping in your inbox. Hey, what's up, baby? I knew he wasn't for you. This, that, and the third. Da, da, da. What's
Told
up?
you he was a hoe.
You know, all kind of stuff. So I mean, I don't understand why it doesn't matter on Facebook though.
I don't know. Remember that time where it was like, when you gonna change your last name?
That was only one person.
No, so other people said too.
Oh, so you changed your last name because they wanted you to.
No, I didn't because I wanted to. But then when I saw how ghetto it sounded and looked, I was like,
So you don't like my last name.
I didn't say that.
You know what?
Brown is a great last name, but my first name don't go with your last name.
It could be Lizarano.
Thank God my mom was not in the ghetto realm.
Well, a Juzarano. What was your dad's name again?
Libra.
Yeah, Lizarano. Lizarano. Sound French.
But that would have been better. That would have sounded okay.
No, because
everybody been L-E.
But that would have been like Lizarano.
Lazarana.
Yeah, that's what I be telling you. Lazarano. So yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I think that I think a lot of times people put too much emphasis on the wrong things. I get tradition and everything else, but the world has changed, and so should people's thought process to an extent. So I don't really.
I like the idea of making up a last name.
Yeah, you told me about that.
I thought that was cool though. I thought
the bigger question is how many men would take their wife last name or their wives last name?
There's a lot of men doing it now though, nowadays.
So then that's then
or they're hyphenating both names.
But then that becomes my question now. So has the I don't know if you want to consider that a Me Too movement, but has the woman movement become too extreme?
No, because at the end of the day, what's the purpose of the last name anyway?
That's my whole point anyway.
Supposedly it was the men passing out, but so the women play no role in that, in the ancestry of kids.
But that goes back to what I said about tradition. Some people stay within the tradition, and I don't subscribe necessarily to the tradition stuff.
No, I don't either.
I don't really care. When I say I don't care what if a man wants to take his wife's last name, then kudos to him. If he don't, then whatever. It's what makes your family work. Like I said, I think people to put too many conditions upon things that doesn't really make a marriage work.
I just wonder why they didn't do hyphenated things to begin with. Maybe it would have got too complicated. But I'm thinking if you're talking about,
so you're trying to say my name should be Jermaine Wortham Brown and yours should be Zorana
Wortham Brown, or
Jermaine
Brown Wortham and Zorana Brown Wortham.
Yeah, I'm not doing all that.
But I'm just saying because it falls into line with what you're trying to accomplish. I guess with the whole last name thing.
I'm not trying to accomplish anything. You can keep whatever last name that you want. It doesn't bother.
Okay, yeah, but then when you have kids, what happens? So they're.
I don't really care that
Wortham Brown.
I don't
Wortham?
really care that my kids don't have my last name.
Well, that's what the whole thing was.
But is that going to make my child support any less? Is it going like that? What does that affect having my last name?
That's true.
And it really doesn't matter with a girl.
I think what they should have done is I think the whole creating a last name thing is the best option.
No, because then why would I want to change my name?
Yeah, but
Like,
it's
that's
like
crazy.
okay, you know how the Bible says, like, you know, they say like when you get married, you leave your family, you unite with that woman. Then at that point, why not just create a whole new last name? Y'all start your whole family together.
So what happens if you get a divorce?
Just last names y'all created. Because your kids are gonna have that last name.
Shit that I created with you and I'm with another woman.
Yeah, when you marry her, then you take your last name, her last name, you combine it and you create another last name. That keeps the lineage going. Because then if somebody ever try to look up that, well, his first name was his last name was Broworth.
Brotham.
Brotham. So his ancestry is related to the Browns. His kids relate to the Brown and the Worthams. Right? There you go.
Yeah, no. Keep
Right.
your last name, I keep mine. You can add your uncle's name if you want to.
What
I
your
don't
kids
give a
gonna
damn.
be?
Huh? Whatever you decide.
What's
You
the
the
last
mother.
name your kids have?
Whatever you decide. Don't bother me none. I don't give a damn. As long as it don't change what we did to get the kid. As long as that still happens, I don't care what the name of the kid.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like people put too much. You know what? I said this. I used to say this in every relationship, and I still feel the same way, but I bagged down off it a little bit. People do put too many restrictions on relationships. I used to say I want to live free in a relationship and have a free flowing relationship, but within that free flowing relationship, it does have to be boundaries. And when I said free flowing, at that particular time, what I meant was if I come in the house at 3:00, I come in the house at 3:00. I still count it.
3:00 what? In the afternoon?
In the morning. I
Well,
still
yeah,
kind
you're trying to
of
get shot.
I still don't really understand. You know what? That could have been a whole subject. I don't understand.
You understand what?
Like what is the point of giving somebody a curfew? If you want to stay out to 4:00 in the morning, you should be able to stay out 4:00 in the morning. You want to stay out 5:00 in the morning, you should want to stay out. You stay out 5:00. Same and vice versa.
Yeah, when you single,
Hold on.
yeah.
Why does it matter when you
When
marry?
you single, but go
But
ahead.
why does it matter when you
When
marry?
you single, because your spouse should be in the bed laying with you. That's the whole point.
Well, if you're
That's the
out and
only-
going out
sometimes
to
that's
have fun, what if I go to
sometimes
bed at 9:00?
Sometimes that's the only.
What if I go to bed at 9:00?
Sometimes that's the only time that you all have for each other and for your intimacy. There's no reason why you shouldn't be laying in bed sleeping with your spouse at nighttime.
I'm not talking about every night. But I'm saying again, you know what? We didn't went to this subject. We should have had this whole subject. So what if I go to sleep at 9:00 and you don't want to go to sleep at 9:00? Should I make you go to sleep at 9:00?
But eventually I'm going to bed.
Okay, eventually I'm gonna be in the
I'm
bed
not
too.
out in the streets.
I'm not.
I'm at home.
I'm probably not out in the streets neither. I'm probably in the club.
Yeah, which is what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
That's horrible.
What is the? I don't understand. People say that's disrespectful. I don't
It's very
understand
disrespectful.
how.
I don't
If you're a
understand how you
grown
don't
woman,
see it
I'm a grown
disrespectful.
man. Why the fuck you gotta have a curfew? That's what you left your house for. I mean, left your mother's house for and your
If
parents'
you
house
didn't
for.
want a curfew, then you shouldn't be married. How about that?
I disagree with that. But anyway, what I was saying originally.
Wait, so you don't find it disrespectful?
I don't.
Well, it's very disrespectful.
I found it disrespectful if you trying to do it every weekend.
I find it disrespectful if you do it at all.
Okay.
What are you doing out at 4:00 in the morning?
I could be on my homeboy house playing spades or gambling. You do know people gamble at people's houses that late in the morning, which I don't gamble, so that's not a good excuse for me. That's not the point. That's not the point at all. So
There's no reason you be out at 4:00.
It is. Well, no, it's not. But
There's no reason at all.
But so going back to what
in bed with your spouse.
Going back to what
otherwise you don't need a spouse.
Going back. What if I go to sleep at 10:00 though? I keep saying that. Though.
It doesn't matter. Otherwise,
So you should go to bed at 10:00 too.
If that's what you're doing.
Anyway. So well, if I go to sleep at 10:00, then I don't need a spouse if she don't go. If you don't go to sleep at 10:00.
When I go to bed, you need to go to bed.
Oh, that's
I'm confused.
No, but my point was, I used to say free flowing, but within that free flowing, I do think it has to be boundaries.
Yeah, like you're not coming in at 4:00 in the morning.
Well,
it's disrespectful as hell.
if that's what's requested,
That's disrespectful.
if that's what's requested in your relationship / marriage, then I definitely think it should be.
No, see, this is what we're talking before about mindset change. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. So, if a person's mindset don't change with regards to this, and they think that it shouldn't be, I should be able to go out to 4:00 in the morning when I want to. So anytime they get mad at their spouse, they gonna go and stay out at 4:00 in the morning because their mindset haven't changed. It's about respect. If you're being respectful, why are you don't need to be at your friend's house at 4:00 in the morning. You don't need to be out at 3:00 in the morning. Why are you out? You don't even have to allow your teenage kids to be out at that time of night. I know people that tell their grown kids, if you live here still, you can't come in at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah, my aunt definitely told me.
So how
30.
is a spouse? How is it supposed to be okay that a spouse is out to 4:00 in the morning?
Like I said, I just don't think that. I think if it's required of, if you had no problem with it, and I had no, well, I don't have a problem with it. You had no problem with it, and I decided that I wanted to do that, then I think it shouldn't be a problem. I just do. But because I know it's it could be a cause.
What is a person doing at 4:00 in the morning?
Well,
why would they not be at home going to bed with their spouse?
Well,
that's supposed to be sacred time.
I'll say this.
Nothing should come in between your sacred time between your spouse. Some people, that's all the time they get together, really. As far as intimacy,
well, of course, that not
when they go to bed.
So okay, well, let me. That's the second time you said that. So let me say this: if that's the situation, then absolutely not. Nobody should be doing that. But if it's a situation, and I'm not advocating for me to stay out 4:00.
Apparently, you are.
I don't go nowhere, so I can't be advocating for that. What I'm saying is, if it's a situation like ours, and we spend,
I don't care. You don't need to be out to 4:00 in the morning.
Can I?
Okay, go ahead, but you still need to be out to 4:00 in the morning.
If it's a situation like ours where we spend damn near every day, every hour together, and I decide I want to go out, and I don't come back in the house 3-4 in the morning,
but you get divorced. Here's the story.
All right, well then you go get a dude that's gonna do that every day then, because that's
okay, fine. It ain't like you can't find one.
Nah, it's rare. It's rare. But you do.
There's nothing but like people say, there's nothing but disrespectful shit going on after a certain time.
Well, my grandmother always said
you don't need to be out to
4
o'clock in the morning. For what reason are you out at 4:00 in the morning? You can have all the fun as you want to with your friends, but it's still,
so what's too late for a grown person to come home?
I'm talking about a married grown person.
What's too late?
3? If they're not with their spouse. What you doing having sex with your friends?
So where we live at, and I wanted to go to Kickstand, and Kickstand closed at 2:00. Then I wanted to go get something to eat, and then come home. What time do you think I'll get home?
Probably like at 4, 5. Then I suggest you leave Kickstand early.
See? So anyway, my point to you is,
play with me if you want to.
My point to you is, the boundaries definitely need to be set prior, and you need to be okay.
And spouses need to understand what's disrespectful and what's not disrespectful. There's no reason. I don't care what the boundary. There's no reason in any circumstance for a spouse to be out to 5:00 in the morning. When they're married,
a whole nother hour.
There's just no reason. There's no reason.
There's
no reason for anybody to be out when they're married at that time of night. That's crazy. There's no reason.
Like I said, man. Like it.
Come home at a respectable hour. Period. Respectable hour.
I can't. Because I don't run the streets like that anymore. It's not that big of an issue. It's not an issue at all, actually. But
because trust me, if
25
we were together and he thought he was coming in at 4, we wouldn't be married right now.
A 25-year-old me.
Yeah, I wouldn't be married to a 25-year-old.
That's fine. And I wouldn't have dealt with a woman that thinks she's gonna put a
curfew on me.
Because I was 10 years old.
That's fine.
I was 10 years old staying out at 4 or 5 o'clock.
Right. Yeah.
So if my mother and my father let me do it, how in the heck I'm gonna think a woman I'm gonna let a woman tell me not to do it that's not my mother and my father. That's what I'm trying to say. You may not have been able to stay out 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning at 17, 18 years old, but 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning for me was nothing. At 10. So
But that's not a good thing.
I mean, to you, it wasn't.
It's not a good thing, period.
Well, why wasn't it? It
It's
ended
not.
up getting you a husband,
Not for a 10-year-old.
but it ended up getting you a husband.
It's not for a 10-year-old.
Because I did that, ended up getting
and I'm
you a
about to
husband.
go put your shoes in the freezer because you on thin ice right now.
For what? I don't even go nowhere.
I'm about to go put your shoes in the freezer because you on thin ice.
Why? Because I don't go nowhere. Anytime place
Show
I
you
go,
how
I'm
thin
with
ice
you.
you on.
Everywhere I go, I'm with you. So why am I? So you gonna get mad at me because I'm staying up at 4 o'clock with you with me? Because I
No, because you're talking like it's okay
I'm
for
talking.
you to be out at 4 o'clock in the morning.
A 25-year-old me would have been okay.
No, not with me. It wasn't.
It don't matter. You would have kicked rocks.
I would have been with you.
Oh, but I would have got what I wanted, so I won. Then I would have went to
I don't know if you would have got what you
to
wanted. baby.
Taquisha.
No.
So,
Yeah, you would have had 10 more kids
no,
that you
No.
didn't want.
that was no.
Yes,
When they had that,
you would.
because I wouldn't have stayed with her long either. Because Taquisha probably would have thought the same thing. You can't be dead out that late. Nigga, you
We should have got pregnant over.
No, my pullout game was immaculate for about 18 years, 22 years. 20.
We should be like, I can't get pregnant.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe that.
I took the pill.
No, you know what?
I got the Mirena.
Anyway, people.
You would have been, you would have had 10D.
You know what? I ain't about to deal with you.
So keep on.
So yeah, I don't really have nothing else to talk about. What you gotta say?
I ain't got nothing to say. Since Mr. Think you gonna stay out to 4 o'clock in the morning.
See, here we go. I ain't saying nothing about me staying. If I stay out to 4 o'clock in the morning, you out to 4 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know why you advocate for other people out. So you try to ruin other people's relationships.
I'm not trying to
Tell
ruin
them it's
nothing.
okay.
I'm not trying to ruin nothing. What I am telling you is that a grown person shouldn't have a curfew.
Why shouldn't they?
Because they're grown.
Okay. If a grown person in a relationship should have a curfew.
No,
Yes,
they
they
should
should.
not.
Yes, they should.
No, they should not. As long. Okay, let me say this. Let me preface it by saying this. If you if you've been caught cheating,
you gotta be caught cheating. Go ahead.
If you've been caught cheating or doing something wrong or even suspicious behavior, to have those boundaries put on you, absolutely, you shouldn't be out like that. You don't deserve the right to be out like that because you made your spouse think that you're that type of person or could do something like that. So then absolutely, I don't think you should be out like that. One time is too many times. But if I'm me now, that's 25-year-old me, boy. 25-year-old me, boy. Yeah, if I'm me now, there's no reason I should if I wanted to.
Why not? You should be home doing the same thing I'm doing, getting dinner and stuff for the kids and everything else. The point is,
Kids better eat dinner before 4 o'clock.
There is no reason in the world why a spouse, a person who is in a marriage, should be out to 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning without their spouse. If you want to do stuff like that, then stay single. Don't be married trying to do single.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Okay, don't be married trying to.
So how is that a single thing though?
Because it is.
How?
Because you're not accountable to anyone. But
what is
people seem to forget that spouses worry, or maybe y'all just don't care about that. Spouses, when and somebody put it eloquently before when they talked about how when my spouse is not home, I can't sleep very well because I'm waiting for them to get home because I want to make sure that they're okay. So you don't even consider that. So it's okay for you to be out to 4 o'clock in the morning, and I can't really I can't even sleep well when the kids are out. So why am I going to be able to sleep well when my spouse is out to 4 o'clock? Because I don't know what may happen. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to get a phone call. Oh, he just got shot because he's at a club.
Well, that can happen at 10 o'clock at night.
That's not the point. The point is, at least when you're home, I can rest.
Well, then
now that you're home, I can rest.
That's not a good argument.
Yes, it is a good argument.
And I've heard women say that all the time. Well, I heard men say it as well. It's still not a good argument.
That's not a good argument. It's about you caring about your spouse.
If you let me
it's about
talk,
you caring about your spouse, being able to get some sleep and not having to be up at 4 o'clock waiting for you to get into the house. Because if your spouse can sleep comfortably while you're out at work, they don't give a shit about you. To be honest,
I'm not even gonna go there.
No, I'm serious. They don't, because I don't know how you can.
So then, what's the difference between
your spouse being gone?
So what's the difference between somebody working third shift and doing it then? They still out. Anything still can happen at work. Anything can happen between them leaving work and coming home.
And they probably
that's not a good argument. So they shouldn't sleep there either.
Some people probably don't. But you know what? If they know that their spouse is at a job, That's totally different. There's
How
certain
you still out?
There's certain security with you being at work as opposed to you just being out in the club or you just being out at a Waffle House or you just being out somewhere. There's a certain security in knowing that. But even that, even my ex, when he worked third shift, I didn't sleep well at night. And I definitely didn't sleep well at night when I knew it was time for him to get off because I'm worried about, is he tired driving home? Is he going to get in a car accident drive? Do I need to talk to him on the phone while he's driving home to make sure he gets home safely because he may be tired? So that stuff still comes into play. So why would somebody be okay with being out till 4 o'clock in the morning and their spouse is just at some damn club? That's crazy.
You should always be restless because anything, even with the situation you just said, that can happen. Whatever's going to happen can happen at day. It can happen at night.
Nobody's saying that people's not restless, but I'm saying you're talking about people trying to get. There's a difference between being restless during the day. Yes, you're still restless because the spouse is not there or your kids are not there, and so you're restless. When Zamar goes to school, okay, when's she gonna get back home? So I'm still thinking about that stuff. But it's totally different when it's at night. Because
why? Because it's still a part of the daytime.
People, okay, so you don't die in the morning. So you don't listen. So statistics show that at nighttime, there's things that happen more often at night than they do during the day. So people are more likely to be out shooting somebody at a club than they are to be out shooting somebody at work. Yes, it happens, but it don't happen as frequently as it does when somebody's at a party. So yes, you're going to be more worried.
Okay, so
now, Waffle House, when she gets up in the morning, she has to go open for Smoothie King. There's a certain amount of worry there because she is morning, it's early morning. Somebody can snatch her.
Damn kid working at.
Well, they don't know what Smoothie King she's at, but I'm just saying. But it's early in the morning. She's working. There's tension there. There would be even more tension if she's at Smoothie King at 3 o'clock in the morning having to close.
Well, I don't remember. I could be wrong. Boy, we about to get into it. I don't remember you one time waking up worrying about Zamar when she was going to work.
Because you're not right when I work. I don't sleep at all at night. Why do you think I halfway sleep?
All I'm gonna say is this.
I hear when she leaves in the morning. Everything else.
All I'm gonna say is this right here. People could die in the morning. They could die at noon. Okay. They could die at 3 p.m. They could die at midnight.
And guess what? If somebody gets shot, and guess what? Somebody gets shot in the morning. They have better chances of surviving when somebody gets shot at night. You know why? Because even the doctors will tell you that when a person goes through surgery at night, it's more risky than if they have to go through surgery in the morning time. Because your body automatically responds to the sun and the moon and everything else. So that there's even a biological risk in that. And if you go look it up if you don't believe me. I remember when we went to surgery when my ex-dad had to go to surgery, and the doctor was saying it's even more risky because we're doing this at night, in the middle of the night. And our bodies don't respond to things in the middle of the night as they would in the daytime.
I can believe that.
So there's a whole bunch of things that are in play. And you can't sit there and deny that more things go down at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning than would at 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
I hear that argument. And
there's more things that go down at a club, at a party, out in the streets than there is at work.
I hear that argument, and I'll agree with you 20% on that.
20?
I'm going to tell you why. Because I think most women, well, men too. I guess I'll say men too. Most people in those situations, are worried about infidelity versus what you're talking about. Now, I have heard a lot of people say that, that anything can happen during the day. I mean, anything can happen, like with everything you just said. But then my argument was like anything can happen during the daytime. So that's just my total argument, and I can't change my thoughts on that.
Okay, well, I don't care. But but you're talking about people who are out at night, who are drinking, who are doing all kinds of. Most people who are at work aren't doing that.
So then what's the difference?
So if somebody's at a club where the whole purpose is to have fun, somebody's overly drinking, somebody stepped on somebody's shoe, somebody's at a party, because we're talking about them being out. Okay, or even if you're in game gambling. What happened to that rapper just not too long ago? They gambling and he got fucking killed over a gambling game. And he wasn't even in the game. He was an innocent bystander. So you could be at somebody's house at night. They're out there drinking because it's the
You're
weekend
talking about people that
and
You're
gambling,
talking about people.
and then somebody starts shooting.
You're talking about people that's hanging around people, and they're talking about killing people all day.
Nice. No, not necessarily.
That's okay.
Yeah, you know, you could be at somewhere with somebody that you don't even know was doing
that
it.
can happen anywhere. How many?
Oh my God! Here we go.
Okay,
So that's gonna happen to me at work in a corporate office.
it could, because you work with a whole bunch of.
It's more like
the
for
other
happen at me
people-
in a corporate office than for me to be at the club.
You're right, because
Stop it.
if
Don't do
Timmy
that.
if
Don't do
Timmy
that.
mad because he got terminated and decide want to come up in the building and kill everybody,
And I could maybe tell Timmy, hey Timmy, I was nice to you, dude. So go kill them folks.
you think Timmy gonna listen
He
to that while
probably
pulling
may
the
well,
trigger?
but I'm gonna tell you who won't listen to it.
Yeah.
A drunk ninja that's just in there trying to shoot up his trying to shoot his baby mama like if it happened in Cedar Rapids. He's trying to shoot his baby mama and then shot everybody
He
else.
gonna listen just as much as
Sure.
Timmy because he's mad because he lost his job.
No. Because he was drunk and mad at his baby mama.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Don't try to act like it's the same. It's not the same thing.
It's
Somebody being at work in the middle of the day is not the same thing as somebody being out to 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning at the club. Don't do that.
I mean,
Don't do that. Let's not do that.
when you leave work, you can get into a car accident and not make it home.
Okay, that's true.
So I'm gonna say this. This is what I didn't get in. Now I get the point of if you're out that late and then you're not letting your significant other know where you're at, or if you go out at 10 o'clock at night and it's 4 o'clock in the morning and they haven't heard from you, then yeah, that's kind of that's very alarming if that's their behavior. But if I'm calling you or someone's calling their significant other at, hey, I'm all right, look, I left at 10. Hey, it's 10:30. I made it to blah 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 point A. Hey babe, it's 1 o'clock. Just letting you know I'm all right. I'll be home in a little bit. Hey babe, it's 2:30. Going to get something to eat.
So from 10 to 2 is a little bit.
That
don't seem like
I just gave you a whole time.
10:30 to 2 is not a little bit.
I just gave you a whole time.
You said 10:30. He got 10:30. So I'll be home a little bit. Then
that's not what I said. What the hell? What's wrong?
You tripping?
I'm clean. That's not what I said.
Exactly
I said if I leave at 10 o'clock and I get to the place at 10:30. Hey, it's 10:30. I'm here. 12 o'clock comes, 12:30 comes. Hey, it's 12:30. Just let you know I'm all right. I'm here. 1, 2 o'clock come, 2:30. Look, I'm getting ready to leave, going to get something to eat, and I'll be home. That's okay. But if you leave at 10 and I don't hear no more from you and you come in the house at 4 or 5 o'clock, you damn right I'm going to be mad.
No, it shouldn't matter. They shouldn't have to keep in touch with you then if it's okay to be out for a What they keep in touch with you for?
Huh?
What they keep in touch with you for?
What you mean they keep in touch with you for? They let you know
okay
you
for to be at 4 o'clock, then let them just be out at 4 o'clock,
what,
chilling with their friends, doing whatever they want to do, hood rat stuff with their hood rat friends.
All right, baby.
Because first of all, again, if you want to be out to that time of night, you don't need to be married. Stay single. Get all that out your system.
Well, why being single? Why does it matter you out at that time of night and single?
Because you ain't got no spouse relying on you.
But you got kids and other family members that
ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm saying
that got everything to do with everybody.
What I'm saying,
loved ones is loved ones.
I'm saying, okay, but if you want to disrespect them, you disrespect them. When you're in a relationship, you don't disrespect your loved ones like that. Okay. You come home at a respectable hour, period.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have them problems.
Yeah, I'm glad you don't either.
Yeah, see how she just want to argue. Don't act like I done came in the house plenty of times at 4:30. Don't do that.
Don't even wait with me.
Yes, I have too. Because when I first met you, I was in the house at 4. Matter of fact, the first time I came to your house, it was like 4:30.
No, don't lie.
You're right, it's about 2:30.
No, it wasn't, because I got the text messages. Don't lie.
You're right, because I said I didn't want to come that late. But then I started coming in there about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
No, you didn't. Not without me.
Whatever.
Not unless I was with you.
Whatever.
Or you were just getting off the road. Don't do that. You went out with your friend. Okay, because you went out.
It don't matter. I came in the house at that time.
You wouldn't have came to
it
the
don't
house.
Matter who I was out with. I came in the house.
You wouldn't have been. If you hadn't been.
You don't know where I was at.
If you.
Yes, you don't know where I was at.
That's you was out with your friend. Be out. Try it. Play with it if you want to.
I came in the house. My point is, I came in the house 4:30 and you ain't said nothing. I came in the house at 4:30 and you ain't said nothing.
Play with it.
You ain't watching my whole.
Play with
do that.
Play with it.
What?
Play with it.
Listen, I came in the house plenty of times at 4:30.
Play with it if you. No, you didn't.
5 o'clock.
No, you ain't. You ain't never did that unless me and you been out together. So don't do that. Don't do that.
I ain't saying no when you came in the room at like 6:30 in the morning or on our anniversary on the ship. Did I say anything to you? And then you ain't leave at 2:30 that morning. I ain't said not one word.
I went out though.
Where were you at then? You wasn't in the room.
You
wasn't in the room.
I was.
You wasn't in the room.
I was accessible.
You wasn't in the room.
I was accessible. I asked you to come with me, and you wouldn't come.
Oh, so that gives you the right to go. So
that's
not disrespect.
It's not.
And then you went.
I was on a deck.
Yes, but God knows who. On your anniversary, the disrespect. Should have divorced you on the ship.
That is the point.
The point is, you stayed out to 7 o'clock that morning.
This is the issue we have. Because you know what?
No, the point.
No, we don't have an issue because he know better with me.
Oh, but she can do it.
He would have tried it with other people, but
she can do it. She stayed out to 7 o'clock on the ship by herself.
He would have tried
slept
it with
God knows
he know better.
Whoever watching her on the boat ship deck area.
He ain't never tried it with me, so I ain't got nothing to worry about. Like that. Well, I think we had this conversation before, and I let it go because I was like, I ain't got to worry about it because it's not gonna happen with me. So I don't care what his beliefs are.
Whatever. I came in the house at 4:30 plenty of times.
So when?
No,
he didn't. Don't listen to him.
Y'all don't listen to her. It's just out of me now. I just don't want to.
He would divorce if he had. If he came in, first of all, he's never come in at the time. And if he ever would have, it had to been because he was getting back from New Jersey from working.
So she thinks.
Or he was out with me.
So she thinks. That's what she thinks. I actually got home at 1:30. I just came to her house at 4:30. Now. So I'm saying, if somebody gonna do something, they gonna do it. You ain't.
So when she called me on that Facebook Messenger saying you was that she telling the truth? That's what you saying?
No.
Keep talking.
I'm just saying.
Keep talking.
My point is, you can't stop somebody from doing something.
What's your point?
I just told you my point.
You can stop somebody from disrespecting you.
That ain't disrespectful. If I ain't told you out your name, I ain't cheating on you.
It's disrespectful. So
you told me passing gas in front of you was disrespectful.
It is. It ain't divorceable disrespectful yet, but it's disrespectful. Disrespectful.
I ain't gonna
come in at 1:30, 2:30 if you want.
All I say
maybe
is,
if you want to,
all I'm gonna say to you guys is this: whatever happens, you're supposed to respect your spouse's wishes or partner wishes. But if I want to stay out to 4:30 and I came home and she said something, it'd be some furniture moving around here. You get me? Like we'd be moving all kind of TVs and beds and everything till I have my way. I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't no advocate for domestic violence.
He don't want a divorce.
None of that right there. So this would be foreign violence.
If he came in at 4:30, trust me, it'd be wrapped.
Divorce me? You can't divorce me. You know who I am? Do you know who I am? Man, listen, man, you don't know me. She gonna make me make her name Miss LaTruth.
Really, that ain't funny. I think he abusing her.
He very much is. Allegedly.
Hey, allegedly. Seems like he's abusing her. But he tripping.
All right, people. I don't really have nothing else to say.
We gotta take a bath.
Yeah, I'm not taking a bath.
You are too.
I'm going to bed musty.
You
don't tell me what to do. I just told you if I want to stay out to 4 o'clock in the morning, I can. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. If I want to go to bed musty.
So you've been lifting and you think you all that
and sweaty, and I'm gonna lay my musty, stinky, sweaty butt in the bed, and you gonna hug me and tell me you love my musty, sweaty, stinking ass.
You want your lips slapped off. So you gonna get in front of the camera and get your lips slapped off.
We do not promote domestic violence on domestic soil.
What's gonna happen to you?
If you touch me, I'll sue.
Who you gonna sue?
You. Take everything we got. It'll be mine. It ain't gonna be ours no more. Touch me.
I'm gonna get with all your exes and be like, yes, he's so abusive. Have them all testifying.
Listen. You see how women work? That's the problem with this world. You see how women work? That's what they do. They get together and they what's the word called? What? Congregate and
collaborate,
and the other word whatever the word is I'm thinking of. They get together and then they try to take a brother down through there. Girl, what? You only getting $20 a month. Girl, I'm getting $800 a month. Girl, let me go back to court and get him. That's what y'all do. That's what, you know what? Better case scenario, I'm getting up leaving like this. That's what happened to R. Kelly. The Pied Piper.
Oh, so don't go to sleep at night.
I'm sleeping like what?
Because you talking crazy.
I'm just saying that's what she just said. She'll get with all my exes, and then all of a sudden I'm an abuser. But didn't that just happen to R. Kelly?
No, the fact that he pissed on somebody, he married Aaliyah. Two things. He's a pedophile. Don't go there.
Well, allegedly.
Don't go there. He pissed on the 14.
Allegedly. That's
no,
alleged.
That wasn't alleged.
That's alleged.
That was proven. That
was not. Well, no.
It was proven that he married. So stop it. He's a pedophile.
Don't
do that. Don't do that. Do that.
He's definitely a pedophile because he married Aaliyah, but he pissed on somebody that was allegedly 14. But my point to you is he didn't get in trouble for that. He got acquitted for that. But what happened was, like she just said, like 3 minutes ago, I'll get with all your exes and do this. That's what happened. All of his exes got together because he was a piece of crap dude and did him dirty and this, that, and the third. And now he got 90 years. That's what women do if you don't.
Well, how about you not be a piece of crap dude? How about that?
I ain't got 30 years.
How about you not be a pedophile? There you go.
I'm definitely not a pedophile.
All right then. See?
I don't know how old you want to be tonight, baby. No. As long as you say 18. Because you all built like an 18-year-old now. Lost all that damn weight.
Whatever.
She's toddler size. I went to go buy some clothes today. I had to get a 3T size. I'm just saying, you and Bailey were the same size.
Whatever.
No. Anyway, peace, love, Afro Grease. We almost at an hour. I don't even talk to her for an hour no more. I delete my emails.
What? Oh, guys, we're doing okay. Watch for our reel because we got 2 reels that we doing. We got 2 reels, yeah. The one
I've been talking about for the last month and a half.
We're gonna do the cuff it and we're gonna do the other one. Yeah, the workout one. So we got 2 reels. So make sure y'all share them.
I ain't got no rod. I don't have a rod, but I have a reel. Fishing rod, reel. Ha ha. No.
All right. Bye. Have a good night.
Peace, love, Afro Grease.